Hey guys, and welcome back to another train simulator video. Good afternoon driver, take this S8 on an all station stopper service to Baker Street. No reported disruption today on the network. You are due to depart at 15:18:30. Please set up your cab and allow your passengers to board. Okay then. So let's set up the train first, put the key in, set it to tripcock mode. We'll lock the dead man's handle in. We'll open the doors. So we're driving train 424, calling all stations to Baker Street. So let's set up this. So there is no duty number given to us or handheld radio number. So let's do this with 424 as a train number. Confirm. We want a Baker Street slow met from Watford, which is 231. Slow met means all stations, slow service. And there we have it. Baker Street all stations, train 424. Can take a nice screenshot. And yeah, well, let's wait for departure time. We'll take a quick look at Baker Street, not Baker Street, sorry, Watford Station. While we wait, it's a pretty simple station. Two platforms, platform 1 and 2. Got a quick map here. Got the ticket barriers here, and we'll quickly go outside to see the station building. Got a bus here, and two buses actually, owned by Just Trains it seems. Probably quite a quiet branch, I would say. I mean, I have seen news that they might extend the Watford branch towards Watford Junction, which would make it a lot more busier, but I don't think they're going to be doing that anytime soon. What we can do is to get ready is lock the doors. And once that blue light illuminates, we are ready to go. Let's get going. Our first station is Croxley. This is a Metropolitan Line service calling all stations to Baker Street. So I'm going to be staying in the cab for most of this journey because I have actually attempted this scenario twice and it's crashed on me twice. One towards Finchley Road, which was really annoying because that's actually at the end of the scenario, towards the end of the scenario, so I do apologize if I'm not showing you the route as much as I want to. As you guys know, I do like going outside the cab and showing you, obviously, scenery and all that, but I mean, if the game is just going to crash all the time, then there's nothing really I can do about it. I have turned the graphics settings even lower now, so I mean, this is quite an intensive route, what you kind of expect from Just Trains, so unfortunately I can't really do anything about it, but some of you do like me staying in the cab, so I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. I will try to show as much as possible from the outside view, but once we get past, I guess, Moore Park, I'll probably just stay in the cab. But it seems like the scenery just gets too much and the game just wants to crash as soon as I go outside and try to show you the outside part of the routes, scenery, etc. But we do have another Metropolitan Line service terminating at Watford. Very beautiful bridge. We've got some nice boats. You're probably wondering the sound of this train is completely different to my previous videos, and that's because I have an S8 stock sound mod installed, which makes it a lot more realistic and it sounds a lot more realistic. So please make sure you do download it from the Just Trains, not Just Trains website, sorry, the Alan Thompson website, because it makes the sounds a lot more better. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. We are going to be approaching Croxley, platform 2. This is Croxley. Oops, where's our train? Well, I can quickly show you the station from the outside. Croxley station. Very nice. But if you can just find my train, that would be helpful. We will manually close the doors and move on to our next station, which is Moor Park. So I believe there is a red signal coming up, so we won't be going too fast. So it has allowed us to pass it, so should be good to go. If not, then the trip clock will appear and then we will have to go into restricted manual mode, but hopefully we won't have to. That's the yellow signal. Yeah, that's the red signal that I was talking about. And we're good. So we are going to be approaching the Watford Triangle, where essentially you can drive from Watford to Amersham, Moor Park to Amersham, and obviously Moor Park towards Watford. So essentially you can drive from station to station, whichever way basically, and that makes the Watford Triangle. I will quickly show you that over here, as you can probably see. Which is actually pretty cool. Anyways, we are going to be approaching Moor Park shortly, where you will probably notice that the platform doesn't appear. I have had problems with Moor Park where the platform doesn't appear every single time I've been to it, so I'm not too sure if it's just it's happening to me or if it's happening to others, but let me know in the comments below if you're getting the same issue. I will show you the issue in a minute once we arrive at Moor Park. Chiltern Railway service though. Overtaking us, taking a service towards London Marylebone. we're now arriving at Moor Park, where you can change for services towards Amersham and Chesham, and a fast service towards Aldgate or Baker Street. But as you can see, the platform doesn't appear. Everything else appears, the benches, the markers and all that, so yeah. I've always had this problem with Moor Park, and it's just really weird. I'll probably have to take a screenshot and send it to Just Trains to see exactly why it's happening to me. Oh, no. It's got a bit more forward. There we go. This is Moor Park. Well, most of the station, you can see. Just the platform doesn't appear. But yeah, from here on out, I will just stay in the cab. As I mentioned, this scenario has crashed twice on me, which is really annoying. And I've probably spent like two and a half hours just playing this scenario over and over again for you guys for in video, and it's getting a bit annoying. And I feel like if I stay in the cab, it should be okay. I mean, I don't have the best computer in the world, and obviously I'm recording, so it is going to strain on the game quite a bit. But anyways, our next station is Norfolk. We have just over 15 miles to go towards Baker Street, so quite a long journey actually, in an underground train. Next video I will be doing on this route will be a service from either Aldgate to Uxbridge or Uxbridge to Aldgate. There is actually two scenarios, and pretty much the same thing but the other way around basically, so stay tuned for that. I have already posted a video on this route which covers the Uxbridge to Rayners Lane part of the route, which obviously with the 1973 Piccadilly line stop train, so go check it out if you want. But I will be covering that part of the Uxbridge branch line with an S8 stop, so don't worry about that. But we are now approaching Norfolk. Please mind to get between a train and the platform edge. This is a small station service to Baker Street. This is Norfolk. One thing we can do is on the heating, because it's probably really cold for the passengers. I can show you the passenger view actually, because that's still inside the train, so yeah, the S-stock hasn't really changed much, still the same seating pattern as you expect. If you do on the S7+1 stock, then the seating arrangement will be different, as you expect. And I believe they have also mentioned that the cab is different, so don't expect the cab to look exactly like this with S7+1 stock. Anyways, we are on to our next station, which is Norfolk Hills. I'm assuming SB means slowbound platform or southbound. Probably southward. I wouldn't really think it means snowbound. That really wouldn't make any sense. Approaching Norfolk Hills. Please mind a gap between a train and a platform edge. And I have another S8 stop train. Looks like it's going to Chesham. Oops. I may have just opened and closed the doors there. Wait, are the doors closed? Yeah, they are closed. I just literally opened them for like a second and then closed them straight away, so I do apologize. I'm sure our passengers are not too happy about that, but oh well. Next station is Pinner. Keep going. I mean, if you do have a really good computer, then I would highly recommend playing this on higher settings than I'm playing it on, because the scenery is amazing. They have spent a lot of time decorating stations and all that, so you should appreciate a lot more than I'm probably doing, because I mean, I don't really have a choice in terms of how high I can put settings, because the game keeps crashing for me, so but you guys might get a bit more lucky in terms of you might be able to push the graphics a bit more higher than myself. Next station is Pinner, followed by North Harrow, Harrow on the Hill, Norfolk Park, Preston Road, Wembley Park, Finchley Road, and then Baker Street. This is Pinner. quick look at around the cab. I like the design of the seats actually, symbolizing the 4 different lines: Hammersmith City, Metropolitan District and Circle Line, which are the 4 lines which have the stock trains run on. Anyways, on to our next station, which is North Harrow. I would say we're all around halfway throughout our journey towards Baker Street. Once you get past Wembley Park, it'll be a bit more fun because we can just drive fast towards Finchley Road and then go towards Baker Street. Oops, I've done it again. I've just opened the doors and closed them straight away. Anyways, doesn't look like any passengers want to board this train anyway. The thing is, a T button and the R button on the keyboard is literally right next to each other, and obviously I press T to make sure the timer starts running, but obviously R means closing the doors manually, so that's a bit annoying. Anyways, we're good to go to our next station, which is Harrow on the Hill, platform 6, where you can change for services towards Aldgate, Baker Street, and Chiltern Railway services towards Aylesbury and London Marylebone. And you can change for Harrow Bus Station, Harrow Shopping Centre, Chiltern Railway service going towards Aylesbury, and a Metropolitan Line service which is probably going to Uxbridge. Looking at what platform is coming out of Harrow on the Hill. This is Harrow on a Hill. Next station is Norfolk Park. This is an old station for Metropolitan Line service to Baker Street. So for those who are wondering, and I've brought the S7+1 stock train, the 13 scenarios included with the route are exactly the same for both trains. So if you do want to play this exact scenario, you can play it with the S7+1 stock as well as the S8 stock, as I'm doing today. Which I kind of like. I like that they've done the same scenarios, not different ones. Because otherwise, you're kind of missing out if you only one of the trains like myself. I mean, for me, I don't think the S7+1 stock train is worth my money, because I already own the S8 stock and it's pretty much the same train apart from the different cab view and the passenger view. And you're literally paying another like £15, £20, I believe. So yeah, for me it's not worth my money. If you don't own the S8 stock, then definitely buy the pack, S7+1 and the Metropolitan Line. But if you do own the S8, then I'll probably just stick with the route itself. So you can see a Metropolitan Line service arriving at Norfolk Park. Can we see where that is going to? I think that says Uxbridge. No, that's going to Watford actually, is it? Well, yeah, it looks like Watford to me. Probably doing the return journey towards Watford, calling at all stations. Where the train has been locked under the doors, so we can get going to our next station, which is Preston Road. So after Preston Road, we've got Wembley Park, where you can change for the Jubilee line, Finchley Road, where you can also change for the Jubilee line, and then Baker Street, where you can change for the Jubilee line, Bakerloo line, Hammersmith City line, Circle line, and other Metropolitan Line services. So we are getting towards the end of this journey. I have seen somebody release destination pack for the Hammersmith City and Circle line, so if you want to see some videos with that between Aldgate to Liverpool Street towards Baker Street, then let me know. I believe it's connected with the District Line destination pack as well, so I'm going to assume it's all one install. I will check on that and ask the author for more details on it. As we arrive at Preston Road. I mean, as long as you see the screens pop up, then you've stopped at the right destination. I mean, even if you don't, as long as you're near this stop marker, then it's pretty much okay. I'm sure there's a cab light somewhere, but I'm not too sure where. As we depart Preston Road, next station is Wembley Park. Where you can change for the Jubilee line. So there is actually a bit of a surprise at Wembley Park, which I won't spoil now. Hopefully I can hear it when we're in the cab, but if not, then I will probably go out the cab and to make sure that you guys can hear it. That is pretty cool. See the two pieces of track where the Jubilee line comes from, Stanmore. Now approaching Wembley Park, changing for the Jubilee line. The other Metropolitan Line services. Train on the left edge. So this S-stop mark is kind of hidden, so it's a bit difficult to find. But we stopped in the right position, which is good. Just essentially this piece of whatever that is covers it before you arrive at the marker, so don't let that put you off. Good. Unfortunately, I can't hear. Okay, you could just about hear the Jubilee line there. So what basically Just Trains have done is that they've gone to Wembley Park Station and recorded a Jubilee line, but they haven't actually added the Jubilee line in the game. They've just added the sound effect of the Jubilee line arriving and departing Wembley Park Station, which is actually pretty cool. Just to give it a bit more realism, I guess. And one thing that they couldn't hear, and I think the main reason because of it, I think we arrived at the station a bit early, so there's actually announcements for the Jubilee line at Wembley Park Station. So it will say Jubilee line, next service to Stratford will be approaching Wembley Park or something like that. So yeah, if you do ever play this scenario, then you might be able to hear it when you approach Wembley Park Station. So yeah. Now we're going to be taking the fast line, well, not really fast line because this is a normal route for the Metropolitan Line. It skips all the Jubilee line platforms up until Finchley Road. So this is the part of the route where my game did crash, so I'm not going to be going outside, unfortunately. I'm going to stay in the cab. speed now, 60 miles an hour. Once we approach Finchley Road, we'll have one more station left on our journey, which is Baker Street. I believe this is Wolves and Green Station. One just before Finchley Road will be West Hampstead. I mean, you can pretty much see Finchley Road Station from West Hampstead Station if you go right to the end of the platform, so pretty nice station to do some train spotting if you're into that. We will shortly be arriving at Finchley Road, change here for the Jubilee line. This will be our last opportunity to change the Jubilee line. Actually, to be fair, you can change the Jubilee line at Baker Street as well, so as you pass West Hampstead. I'm just really hoping the game doesn't crash again. That would annoy me quite a lot. Actually, I believe that's the previous station was... That was West Hampstead, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think this is West Hampstead Station, yeah. The previous one was, I believe, Kilburn Station, so my mistake. Now you can see how close West Hampstead Station is to Finchley Road. I think it'd be faster to walk it, to be fair. Metropolitan Line that literally has disappeared, which is interesting. We're now approaching Finchley Road. Please mind a step between a train and the platform edge. So I'm hoping we can hear some announcements for Jubilee line at this station as well. Looks like we're not going to get lucky today. Actually, you can hear the Jubilee line. Anyways, let's get going. Next station is Baker Street, where this train will terminate. As we go underground. I always find the journey between Baker Street and Finchley Road really long for whatever reason, but I can see why it's taken a long time to get between these two stations, because the speed limit is literally 30 miles an hour for most of it, so it really annoys me, you know, because it's technically faster to go from Finchley Road to Baker Street in a Metropolitan line than it is in a Jubilee line, but obviously you'll have to get on top of the escalator and go into the Metropolitan line platform, so it really depends on the situation, pretty much. But this is actually really cool to see. Yeah, like I mentioned, the next video will be a service between probably Aldgate to Uxbridge or Uxbridge to Aldgate, so we will cover the full underground part of the route, which I'm really excited for. So we are going to be temporarily going outside and then we'll go back inside the tunnel. Was that our red signal? I'm gonna assume that we've just passed a red signal there, so let's actually reset this. To be fair, I can show you what to do in this situation, so put the restrict in manual mode. That's not fun. There we go. Just do that, and then yeah. So we are going to be limited to 10 miles an hour, unfortunately now, but we're almost there anyway, so it's not too bad. Now I did see a red signal on the right hand side, but I was kind of assuming that it wasn't for us, for whatever reason, so I do apologize. Probably should have paid a bit more attention or requested to pass that red signal, because like the one we did earlier. And unfortunately we're going to be going 10 miles an hour now, so that's going to kind of annoy me, considering we're only like a mile and a bit away from Baker Street. And I can't really find the light switch in the cab. Actually it might be here. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'll try to find out what switch is for the cab light, because obviously if we're going to be driving under the tunnel, then kind of need it to see all the buttons and all that. So once that timer goes, then we should be able to get back up to speed. My guess is just before you approach Baker Street, we'll probably like be able to go back up to speed, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, anticlimax to the scenario, but anyways, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I surely have, and I can't wait to be doing more scenarios on this route. I do apologize for not showing you more of the scenery, but as I mentioned, the game keeps crashing for me for whatever reason, so yeah, nothing I can do about it. So now we can change modes. I kind of lost my voice now, so I do apologize. Yeah, I completely lost my voice now, so I will just not talk as much now till the end of the video. We are speeding a bit, as we are going down quite a bit. Now approaching Baker Street, change it for the Jubilee Line, Bakerloo Line, Hammersmith City Line and Circle Line. Okay, it looks like it doesn't want us to go through, even though it did tell us that we can go through the signal at danger, so once again do the same thing. I mean, if it doesn't want us to go past red signal, I'm not too sure why it's telling us we are allowed to go past red signal, so that's a bit annoying. Anyways, looks like Just Train should have done a bit more testing on the actual scenarios. Anyways, we only got 10 mile speed limit anyways coming into Baker Street, so as you can see, signal passing danger approved, so we should be able to pass this signal. But I'm going to assume that's going to happen again. Oh, we're good. So yeah, there's a few bugs with these scenarios, so unfortunately we do have to encounter them because Just Trains clearly don't play their own scenarios to test if they're working properly. But yeah, we are now approaching Baker Street. Our first look at Baker Street in Train Simulator 2020, which is looking very nice. Looking very nice. And as always, going to be going on the right hand side platform, which is the terminating platform for Metropolitan lines. I believe there's one on the other side as well. This is Baker Street. So yeah, there's another terminating platform on this side. Then we've got the two through platforms over here. Then there's basically these stairs go up towards the Circle and Hammersmith City Line platforms. And there should be a sign here telling you that. Anyways, great run driver, time for a copper before your next trip. There's a quick sign there for the Bakerloo Line and the Jubilee Line where you have to go downstairs. But But yeah guys, that was the 1518 Watford to Baker Street service, calling at all stations. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, share with your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.